Hi folks, HR Funk here. Thought I'd show you folks a glimpse of the project that I've been working on for the last few months. Starting back in about September, I began building a new rifle, and I'm finally to the point where it's about ready to take it out for a test drive. Before we hit the range, I thought I'd give you folks a quick look at exactly what it is, how it came to be, and what components went into building it. Before I show you the rifle itself, I'll tell you that it began life as nothing more than a Spikes tactical stripped lower receiver. From there, it evolved into the rifle that you're going to see here in a few minutes. Before I get to that, I'll roll in a few photos to show you some of the steps in the build process, just to show you sort of a before and an after. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I'll tell you I did not spend a lot of time taking photos, so I don't have a step-by-step photographic history of exactly when each component was added to the rifle, but as you will see, in the end, it all came together. Okay, that was the before. Now here's the after. And here's the after photo. The rifle has several interesting components. As I said, it began life as a stripped Spikes tactical lower receiver. It's also a Spikes upper receiver. The buttstock is a 6-position ATI telescoping buttstock. It has a recoil pad, which is going to be something that'll be a little bit new for me on this type of a rifle. It came with this particular stock. I did not get it because I'm worried about the punishing recoil of the 556mm cartridge. So this is going to be one of these things, if I decide I don't like it, I can take it off. But it may actually help grip my shoulder a little bit better and hold the rifle in place during rapid fire. So I'll be interested to see what I think of that recoil pad. Moving forward, internally we have a Rock River Arms 2-stage match trigger. We also have an E.R. Shaw barrel, which is fluted. We have Midwest Industries fold-down front and rear sights. Eventually, this rifle is going to receive an EOTech. Right now, I'm running it with just the flip-down Midwest Industries sights, which I think will be fine, particularly for my test fire today. As you can see, I added some Duracoat to this firearm. I'm not going to take this out probably into the elements all that much, but I wanted it to have the Duracoat protection against rust and corrosion, and I thought as long as I was in the process, I may as well make it look cool. The particular Duracoat pattern that's on here is British DPM, and I've got to tell you, for all you people that like Duracoat, I really like these colors. These are some of my favorite colors that I've seen in the Duracoat line yet. I can't wait to get this out into a natural environment and see how it's going to look. The green on this I think is a little bit closer to actual grass or weeds. The brown I like, the tan I like. I can't say enough about these colors. I went ahead and Duracoated 2 brand new GI magazines while I was in the process for this rifle. Also, up at the very end, we have a Smith Industries Vortex flash hider. The bolt carrier group inside is also Rock River Arms, and the E.R. Shaw barrel came with the gas block that you can see on the front. Here's the rifle from the opposite side. I'm really happy with the way it looks. We're going to head out to the range in a few minutes and see if it shoots just as well. So without further ado, let's go burn some powder. Okay folks, here we go. First shots out of a brand newly constructed rifle. Keep your fingers crossed for me and feel free to cross anything else you might like. Let's see how it goes. I'd say it's a pretty good test so far. The sights have not been zeroed at all. These are the first shots I've ever fired. I'm hitting very low at this distance. So something I can see already that I'm going to have to do in the very near future is put this thing on a rest and get a good zero on these sights. Feeling real happy right now about the way this thing's running. I think we can call that a successful test for the first magazine. Let's try the second one. Going to try a little bit for accuracy this time. Like I said, the rifle's hitting several inches low. I'm about 30, 35 feet here, and I'm probably hitting 5 or 6 inches low. So I'm going to aim a little bit high, but I'm going to try to group this a little bit, just see what it'll do accuracy-wise. Not too bad. Looks like I pulled one of them off to the right. The other ones are in about a little over a 1-inch group from 35 feet, just firing offhand. I'm feeling pretty happy right now, folks. These, by the way, are hand loads also, so this thing is actually running hand loads just fine. Let's go up and take a look at the target. And here we are. You can see those shots are hitting a little bit low. I've also got some mechanical offset in here that is playing into this as well. But all in all, for the first time I've ever fired this thing, I'm pretty darn happy. The shots right here around the neck area, I was aiming about the middle of the head box here, and dropping them down into here. These shots up here, I actually aimed at the top of the head and was still just a little bit below that box. These were my accuracy shots down here. Looks like I actually pulled 2 of them off to the right. This is certainly me. 3 of them in a nice group there, though, shooting offhand. Not feeling too bad about that. Like I said, for the first time ever coming out here and shooting this thing, a rifle that I just finished building, just finished Duracoating. In fact, that's what I was doing on New Year's Eve, was Duracoating a rifle. That was my New Year's Eve celebration. Before we leave the range here, I want to do a little bit, since I finally got the rifle outside, even though it's winter time, just to see how these colors on the Duracoated rifle might blend in a natural environment. So we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Okay, here we go. Brand new rifle in a natural environment, take 1. I don't know if you can see it at all. I can just barely see it. There's a lot of green in this rifle for this time of year, but even so, it blends a lot better than if it was all black. We're going to move in here, get a look. There it is, and what you can mostly see is the green. Now from a distance, you can see there's a little bit of green moss back here on the hill. Also, some of the places where the snow has melted, we've got some green grass out there. So even with this coloration this time of year, I'm not feeling too bad about this. Let's take a look at it with one other. Okay, again, we have a good bit of green right here, but the breakup is kind of nice. There's nothing about it that screams firearm when you first look that way. And there we have it. Okay, hope you folks have enjoyed this video. If so, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And as always, until next time, good shooting. Bye-bye.